His wife is waiting at the main desk. If there's any change in his condition, call me immediately. Mrs. Harvey?
Yes.
I'm Dr. Travis.
Oh, you're the specialist.
I'm a neurosurgeon, Mrs. Harvey. Won't you sit down? Your husband sustained a very severe head injury, which appears to be creating pressure on the brain. His life could depend upon that pressure being relieved.
You mean an operation?
A rather delicate brain surgery. But I must warn you, Mrs. Harvey, even with surgery, there's no guarantee that his life will be spared.
I see.
You've got to decide what you want me to do. I'll have to have your permission before I can operate.
But you do recommend the operation, don't you?
It's the only chance your husband has.
Well, that's the answer, isn't it?
I'll have him prepared for surgery the first thing in the morning.
Doctor?
Yes?
Do you think I could see him now?
Well, he's unconscious and likely to remain so, but you can go in for a moment if you like. It's room 204.
Thank you, Doctor.
Honey, I'm home.
Another one of those days.
Another one of those days.
Had you dinner yet?
Yes. Are the children in bed?
Over a half hour ago.
What's this, a special delivery letter?
Yes, it came for you just a little while ago.
Who's it from?
Oh, I don't know. There's no return address, and I didn't open it.
What self-restraint? Strange there's no return address.
Dave? What is it? What does this mean?
Just what it says, apparently.
But it must be some sort of a joke.
If it is, somebody has a very warped sense of humor.
Are you going to call the police?
Now I want to talk to Dan Adams first.
Dave and Martha Travis had been longtime friends and neighbors, and the letter made me sick with anger. The envelope had been postmarked here in San Diego. The letter itself had been crudely printed and bluntly warned Travis that if Phil Harvey came out of the operating room alive the following morning, something unpleasant would happen to the Travis family. Any one or all of them, including the 2 Travis children.
It's so outrageous, Dan. I can't believe it's anything but a very bad joke.
Well, it could be.
But you don't think so?
Not do you?
Neither do I.
Well, what do you think I should do, Dan?
What do you want to do?
Well, I don't understand.
Well, I don't know much about the ethics in your profession in a situation like this, Dave, but...
Oh, wait a minute. Are you suggesting that I drop this operation? Turn it over to some other doctor?
Well, you do have to consider Martha and the children as well as yourself.
The only one I want Dave to consider is his patient.
Well, I was sure that's the way you felt. I just wanted to hear you say it. I'll get down to police headquarters and talk to Lieutenant Quinn. Get you police protection. And Phil Harvey.
I'll go with you.
No, you stay here with Martha. If Quinn wants to talk to you, he can come here.
Excuse me.
Dr. Travis.
Well, Mrs. Harvey, come in, please.
Doctor, I must talk to you. I tried to phone you several times, but the line was busy. So I took a taxi and came right over because of this.
Tell the doc to do like we told him to, or you'll get it too.
What does that mean, Doctor?
Sure, Dan. You'd better come in and sit down. Oh, Mrs. Harvey, this is my wife.
How do you do? Oh, Why? Why would anybody want Phil to die?
That's a question the police are going to be asking you, Mrs. Harvey.
The police will be asking me?
This is my friend, Dan Adams. He's also a private detective. I called him when I received that.
Do you know anyone who might have a reason for wanting your husband dead, Mrs. Harvey?
Well, then, you don't think that the hit-and-run accident was an accident at all?
In view of those letters, no.
You know, you might think that this is strange, but in spite of the fact that Phil and I have been married for over 3 years, I really don't know much about him. You see, we just met when he joined the Navy, and we were married a week after that, and then he was sent to the Far East. Boy, he's only been home from the Navy 2 weeks.
Can you think of anyone who might have an idea about what's behind this?
Well, Phil is from a small town in Wisconsin, and if any of his friends are here, I certainly haven't met them, and he's never mentioned them. Doctor, what are you going to do?
Oh, don't you worry about that, Mrs. Harvey. I'm going to operate just as planned. I have an operating room reserved for tomorrow morning at 9:30.
Oh, I'm very grateful to you.
Well, I better get down to police headquarters. I'd suggest Mrs. Harvey stays here with you until you hear from me, if that's all right.
Of course.
Oh, Mr. Adams, I just thought of something. Phil received some letters while he was in the Navy. I don't know what's in them or who they're from, but he saved them and I have them at home.
They might be worth taking with you to police headquarters, Dan.
I live right on the way, and you could pick up the letters and then go on to the police.
All right, Mrs. Harvey, let's go. I'll call you as soon as I've talked to Lieutenant Quinn.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Harvey.
Come in. The letters are in the desk. Put up your hands, Mr. Adams.
What's the idea?
You heard me.
Look, you...
Get over there and sit down.
Who is he?
His name is Dan Adams. The doctor called him when he got our letter. He's a friend of the doctor's and a private detective.
The doc didn't scare them, huh?
No, but he'll slip a little in surgery when he finds out his friend has disappeared.
Hey, what are we going to do with them?
We're going to put him right down in the cellar.
The cellar?
Yeah, he can't get out of there. I'll get rid of his car.
Hey, wait a minute. Why don't we dump him into his car and take him down to the bay?
Now, Ray, come on, don't get corny. Just take him down in the cellar.
The devil is she up to? How should I know?
Oh, she's your sister, isn't she?
Yeah, that doesn't mean I can read her mind, though, does it? Give me a hand here.
Fast. Well, you two don't look very happy.
Well, we have any reason to be?
I know. No word on Phil yet.
We're talking about him down there.
What about him?
Well, me and Fred want to get rid of him. We want to get him out of here.
No, not until we find out what happens to Phil.
Well, what does it make what happens to him?
It makes a lot of difference. If Phil pulls through, he's going to talk, right? And if he talks, we go to prison, right?
Maybe you are, but I'm not.
Oh, really? What are you going to do?
I
Run
don't
and
know.
hide? Well, just go right ahead. But you're going to get caught, and don't forget that. And when you do, you better take your choice. Which would you rather have? Robbery or the gas chamber for murdering Adams? Now, if Phil lives, Adams lives. Now, let's not get obvious and murder somebody. Otherwise, we'll just have a small stretch, and the money will be waiting for us when we get out. Give me a cigarette, will you?
What if Phil doesn't make it?
Then Adams doesn't make it either. But at least there'll be some point in getting rid of him. Right?
And I still say there's some point in getting rid of him now.
Now, listen, we're going to do this my way. Who kept the motor running while the bank job was going on? I did. And if it weren't for me, you wouldn't have made it.
And if it hadn't have been for you letting that husband of yours know about the money you had stashed away, we wouldn't be on this spot now. Why did you have to tell him? You should have known that he wouldn't stand still for what you'd done.
But I didn't tell him. He discovered it.
Well, then why did you have to go and tell him the truth?
Well, I couldn't very well lie, could I?
Oh, cut it out. You should have known he'd threatened to go to the
Oh,
cops.
knock it off. The both of you. Oh, what's it getting yapping between you? Now, look, you don't want to do anything about him until you find out about Phil, right?
That's right.
Okay. Well, I'll do it your way. How about you? Well, now, look, if I can trust her, you can trust her. I mean, she is your sister.
Look, Fred, stop reminding me, huh?
Hello?
Mrs. Harvey, this is Dr. Travis.
Yes, doctor?
Mr. Adams isn't still there, is he?
Well, no. He left quite some time ago. Hasn't he called you from police headquarters?
No, I haven't heard from him. I was just about to call there.
Oh, well, I think you should. Because he's had plenty of time to get there. And, doctor, would you call me and let me know what you find out?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
The doctor wondering why he hasn't heard from Adams.
He's going to call the police.
That means he's going to come here and ask you questions.
I'm not worried about that. I can handle it. You two just stay out of sight. Go on. Get out!
All right, Lieutenant. Thanks.
Dan didn't show up at police headquarters. What could have happened to him?
I don't know. Lieutenant Quinn is going over to talk to Janet Harvey, then he's going to stop by here. Meantime, he's sending some men to watch the house and to guard Phil Harvey at the hospital. And there's nothing we can do but wait. I'm going in with the kids.
I'm going with you. And then I gave him the letters, and then he left. I asked him if he wanted me to go with him to police headquarters, but he said no, that you would contact me if you wanted to talk to me. I can't really believe all this is happening, Lieutenant. First Phil being run down, and then those threatening letters to Dr. Travis and me, and then Mr. Adams disappearing. If I only had some idea of what Phil had done to bring all this on. If only I could be of some help.
Take it easy, darling. Must be Lieutenant Quinn. He said he'd stop by and drive me to the hospital. morning.
Morning.
Any news?
Now, this is Detective Allison. He'll stay with Mrs. Travis and the children today. Shall we go, Doctor?
Good luck, darling.
Thank you, dear. You better get there.
Dr. Travis?
Listen, Doc, and hear me good. You made a big mistake calling your friend Adams into this thing last night. We've got him all put away nice and tight. And if Phil Harvey lives, Adams gets it. You hear me, Doc? If Harvey lives, Adams gets it. So remember the old saying. The operation was a success, but the patient died. And don't make any more mistakes.
Don't believe him, Doctor. If Dan's still alive, there's only one way to save him. And that's for Phil Harvey to live, regain consciousness, and tell us who tried to kill him.
All right. I only wish it was going to be as easy as that, Lieutenant.
You know, Ray.
Shut up.
All right.
He's dead. I'll get one of my men to drive her home. And don't blame yourself. Maybe they'll keep their word. Maybe they'll let Dan go. I'll see you later, Doctor.
I did everything I could for him. I'm sorry, Mrs. Harvey.
with you.
Why doesn't Janet call?
She'll call. Climb off that wall, will you?
Hello?
You sound jumpy, Ray.
Never mind how I sound. What's the deal?
Phil died on the operating table.
You know for sure, or you're just taking somebody's word for it?
I made sure myself. Has Adams given you any trouble?
No, we haven't heard a peep out of him. When do we take care of him?
Tonight. But listen, we have to be very careful. We'll talk about it when I get home. I won't be long.
Okay.
Well, are we in the clear?
We will be as soon as we take care of Adams.
I'm not going to take this anymore. You going to kill me? Come on, get it over with. Come on, you yellow bellies. Come on, kill me.
You want it now, Adams? You'll get it now.
All right, wait.
What for?
Ray, get up, you're coming.
I can't. My ankle.
Okay, I'm coming down for you.
Ray? Fred? Hey, Ray! Fred.